Please welcome this week's special guest, Andy. So, let's start with Kirsty. What is Andy to you?
This is Andy. He played a handbag snatcher in a Crime Watch reconstruction. And we only got 9 calls, but every single one of those 9 calls said that Andy was actually the bag snatcher.
Greg, what is Andy to you?
This is Andy. I beat him in a speed eating competition where I ate more than 1 kilo of ribs.
All right, David, what's your relationship with Andy?
This is Andy. Last year, he gave me a surfing lesson, and he told me that he'd never seen a novice display such natural ability amongst the waves.
So there we have it. Kirsty's Crime Watch culprit, Greg's rib-eating rival, or David's complimentary surf coach. Lee, where do you want to start?
Definitely with David. Could you just show us the basic move? Because I had a surfing lesson once, and the first thing you learn is to go from lying to standing, don't you? Could you show us that move?
The lying to standing move.
You heard it.
I can't really remember it. It was only one lesson.
Where did you go for a surf?
Near Newquay in
Cornwall.
So I'm not letting it go. Would you demonstrate the movement from... This should be interesting.
Yeah, well,
So you're lying on the board. I'm helping you as much as I can.
lying on the board.
And watch the movement, ladies and gentlemen. Watch as he gets to the
I'm
stand.
sort of paddling along.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Paddling,
you
yeah.
get up to your knees first.
Oh, do you?
And then, so I'm not on my knees
Then
now. I'm
turn
still a bit
90.
shaky, though.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a beginner, basically.
But you're a natural.
Already I'm showing promise.
Do you?
See, I haven't fallen in.
You've not.
And then...
You're the only person I know that actually, when they were doing it, were dressed like that.
Yeah.
So you're on your knees.
Yeah, and then I stand up on it.
Do it.
All right. Can I use
Oh,
that?
that was the...
What I did that not everyone can do is actually leant on a wave. Because you can. That's... You know, if you hit water at enough speed, it's like concrete. And similarly, for me, it's just... Oh, there you go. And then... I thought I'm surfing that way. But then, if you want to turn round, you just move the tiller and...
Why were you down there, and why had you decided? You don't strike me as a man of the sea.
It was a stag do. A friend of mine was getting married.
I know what stag do's are.
In the run-up, he decided it was a weekend in Cornwall.
Who was the friend?
His name was Robbie.
David, what size was the board?
What size is the board?
Yeah.
That's him giving him time to think, the reiteration of the
What
question.
size? The board
What size
size?
is the board? The board of the side.
You want me to tell you the board size?
Yeah.
Normal.
Normal size.
Normal.
What size is a normal size
How long
board?
is this? Well, this surfboard was 6 feet long.
6 feet?
6 feet. Could have
That's
been
a
less, could
very
have been
short
more.
surfboard.
10 foot would have been believable. 6 foot is not believable.
6 foot, yeah, but he's quite a maverick.
To be honest, I didn't
Surf.
measure it.
One final question. What else did you and the guys get up to on the stag weekend, David?
We had a curry.
Rock and roll.
Cornish curry.
If you go to the seaside, you're not having a curry, you're having fish and chips, don't you? And what sort of stag do goes all the way to Newquay and say, well, I really fancy now some naan bread.
I must say, if that's the part that you think is the chink in my armour, that stag do wouldn't have a curry on the seaside, then I reckon I'm doing all right.
Right, Lee, who's next?
OK, Kirsty.
Yes.
Just remind me again of your
Well,
thing.
this is Andy, and in a Crime Watch reconstruction, he played a bag snatcher, and we only got 9 calls on the particular reconstruction, and every single one of them actually named Andy as the real bag snatcher.
He was representing the criminal, yeah? And
Yeah, the bag snatcher.
the bag snatcher. How much money was in the bag?
Well, that was the reason, because we wouldn't normally have something like a bag snatching on Crime Watch, because although it's serious for the person it's happened to, it's not.
But is this where you're going to pretend it was more
serious?
serious? She wouldn't let go of the bag, so it ended up as kidnap.
No. No, you shouldn't make light of it, Lee, it's crime.
Andy then an actor, would he?
Yeah, Andy was an actor.
Well, why did the 9 people bother to ring up and say, my friend Andy the actor is playing...
No, they weren't. No, they were people who had actually witnessed the crime, who phoned us and said, that is the actual guy. He looked so like the person who perpetrated the crime.
So you're telling me that people rang up the BBC and said, I think I know who did it. It's the person I've just seen doing it in the reconstruction.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What are you talking about?
Just to be clear, Crime Watch has been going it'll be 25 years next year. This has never happened before.
You don't say. I would go as far to say it's never happened at all.
Was Andy subsequently arrested?
Andy wasn't arrested.
He wasn't arrested.
No.
He wasn't arrested, he's an actor! Of course he wasn't arrested!
Get him now!
Yes, get him quick!
Right, what about Greg and his
You think
story?
Greg did it? He would have got away.
He would.
So go on, Greg, remind us of your thing.
This is Andy, and I beat him in a speed eating contest where I ate over a kilo of ribs.
Where was this?
At a training camp. Andy's an athlete.
What's his event?
The 110-metre hurdle, so it's over 10
He
hurdles.
runs over 110-metre hurdles.
Wow,
Does he use a ladder?
If you're wondering what a kilo of ribs looks like, I'm your man, because look at these here, you see. Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh.
So that's a
And
kilo
it
of ribs.
smells. So that is a kilo of ribs. How long did it take you to eat this much ribs?
I think, if I remember correctly, about 6 minutes.
6 minutes to eat all
6
that?
minutes.
Yeah.
But how did you know whether you'd finished them or not?
They weren't there anymore.
Let's do it logically.
OK, so let's...
So let's assume there is 60 bits on the racks,
Yeah?
and you've eaten them all in 6 minutes, which works out as 6 seconds a thingy bob. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's doable.
I think that
Right. We need an answer. So, Lee's team is Andy, Kirsty's Crime Watch culprit, Greg's rib-eating rival, or David's complimentary surf coach.
Andy does look like an athlete.
Yeah.
He does. He definitely...
He
well,
really does
yeah, but
look like
he
an
also
athlete.
looks a bit like a surfing dude, and dare I say, a minor criminal.
I think it's Greg.
OK, you think it's Greg?
I don't think it's Kirsty. I think it's more likely Greg.
I have 2 Gregs, so I will make that 3 Gregs. 3
Okay,
Gregs,
you're
please.
saying it's Greg. Andy, please reveal your true identity.
So my name is Andy, and Greg did once beat me to eating a kilo of ribs.
And it's not just any Andy. This is Andy Turner, who is indeed European and Commonwealth hurdling champion. Big thanks to Andy Turner, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome this week's special guest, Andy. So, let's start with Kirsty. What is Andy to you?
This is Andy. He played a handbag snatcher in a Crime Watch reconstruction. And we only got 9 calls, but every single one of those 9 calls said that Andy was actually the bag snatcher.
Greg, what is Andy to you?
This is Andy. I beat him in a speed eating competition where I ate more than a kilo of ribs.
All right, David, what's your relationship with Andy?
This is Andy. Last year, he gave me a surfing lesson, and he told me that he'd never seen a novice display